Hey, folks, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming back in. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, my friends. Whew. Got a little dizzy there for a moment. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Yes, sirree. Welcome back in. Hope you guys enjoy the show today. As you guys can see, we're taking a break from the river. We're down here at the lake. Gonna see if we can catch some fish, artificials only today. I didn't even dig any bait. I've got some rooster tail on. I've got crappie jig on. I've got a spinnerbait. Yeah, this lake's grown up quite a bit over the last couple of months. We're going to see, folks. First cast. See if we can catch some fish today. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Let's see if we can catch some. Let's see. Let's go out in that current and see if there's anything out there. Yeah, this lake has grown up incredibly over the last month or so. Hopefully we can find some fish for you guys. Going to be moving around a little bit, folks, until we find some fish, because with artificials, stick. With artificials, you got to find some active fish rather than just fish, because this lake is full of fish. It's just finding something that wants to hit. Yep, got on a crappie jig, got on a rooster tail, and got on a spinnerbait. Yeah, I think this lake has grown up so much, people given up on fishing it for a while. Could be good. I don't know. We're gonna find out. All right, that rooster tail didn't catch anything there. So let's got our little one of Steve Turner's, one of his hand ties. Let's see if we can catch some fish for you guys. Let's see if we can get the skunk off the board at least. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy the show today. Come on, guys. I know you're here. I just got to get you guys to hit something. Ah, that was a pop. Woohoo. Man, yeah, that popped it. Hang on, folks. Wonder what that was. Man, don't you hate it when they do that? They hit and they won't hit a second time. Yeah, just our little Ozark Trails. I got some new 6-pound fluoro on her, so she casts like a bullet. And I can always put on a top water or something too here. Man, it popped it again. Dang. Wonder what the heck this is. Come on, dude. Got the jig head wrapped around itself. The old stinker's popping and it just can't seem to hook him. Popped it again. Won't commit. And what the heck this is. Interesting. Always trying to figure out what to do when I get down to a location, especially after not going for a while without fishing it. And there is another lake over by us, folks. If this one doesn't pan out, we can go over to a Fallon Park and see what's going on over there. I'm surprised he's hitting that crappie jig like that, but not the rooster tail. Interesting. Trying to get the skunk off the board, folks. Hope you guys enjoy the show today, and hope your weekend. Oh, got him. Yeah, our first fish, folks. All right, so no skunk. No skunk on the feed. Awesome. Nice little green sunfish. Hey, we caught a fishy. That's artificials only today, folks. So no bait. Cool little green sunfish. Beautiful little fishy. That's bait size, but we're not keeping anything for bait today. I might do some catfish fishing later on. You never know. With these guys being relatively easy to catch down here in this lake, cut bait is not a problem in this lake. Yeah, that's a kind of a light colored one, but man, he's got some pretty spots on him. Check that out, folks. Beautiful little guy. All right, buddy. Get you back in the water. Get into chat. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. Yeah, I'm gonna have to worry about this fluoro because I can't feel the stuff when I'm walking around. That's some light stuff. All right, let's get into chat here and see what's going on. You guys enjoy the show today. All right, let's see who's in chat today, folks. See, Green River, how you doing today, Green River? Green River says howdy, Mike. Let's see, Bluegill, how you doing today, Bluegill? Bluegill says hi. How you doing today, my friend? Let's see, Green River says welcome in, Eli. Let's see, and Derek, how you doing today, Derek? Derek says hi. Let's see, Carmeli. How you doing today, Carmi? Carmi says hi. Gail says no trains or barges in this short in this shot. Yeah, but there are some bridges around this lake. There's just not, unfortunately, no trains in around here. Three Rivers says one sunfish. Let me pin that up. Hang on, folks. Thank you, Green River. Appreciate that, my friend. Let's see, 31 incredible people and seeing 11 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. And Ethan, how you doing today, Ethan? Ethan says hi. And Steven. How you doing today, Steven? Steven says, I see you you're on a tablet. Gonna fish today. Fishing tough in Kansas. Yeah, it's pretty tough here too. It's about 92, 93 degrees. Blue skies. Perfect day to go fishing, I always say. Let's see, Green says you're welcome. Let's see, and Minnie, how you doing today, Minnie? Minnie says hi. All right, folks, let's get back to the fishing. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Yeah, I'm interested to see what hits a rooster tail. Yeah, I just used that. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna cast my spinnerbait over here. This is one of my most dynamite techniques, folks. I don't know why people don't use this more. This is my little mini Strike King spinnerbait, and that's tipped with a Strike King Rage Craw. I might have cut that a little short. I might have to cut another one because that's a little wobbly. We're gonna find out. Yep, cast like a bullet as usual. I love this little Abu Garcia Silver Max. Yeah, a lot of times those little crappie jigs and rooster tails, they don't much get enough of a profile to get the big old bass and stuff to hit in this lake, but this spinnerbait does. And I can't put on a top water. It's pretty still today. When we get underneath these trees, up was a pop. Man, that was a hard pop, folks. Dang. That was a seriously hard pop. Didn't pull my my trailer down. Come on, big guy. I know you're there. I felt him smack at it. Right over the dang uh, reeds there. Not one of my best casts. Now, a lot of times these guys will be sitting right underneath this stuff, folks. Right on the edges. The majority of my lake's actually grown up. These reeds have gotten in the way pretty good. All right, folks. Tell you what, let me take a few casts with Rooster Tail and I'll get back into chat, okay? Yeah, we're casting also a little fire tiger. We're also casting a crappie jig around. That's a little fire tiger Rooster Tail. All right, let's back out here. Might need a bigger Rooster Tail on because that was a very short strike on that fish that hit a minute ago with the spinnerbait. Oop, pop. Got him, folks. All right, second green sunfish. A little smaller than our last one. Hey, still a fish is a fish, folks, right? We're using artificials only today. We're not even using any bait or anything with scent on it. Now, I think those Strike King have a little salt in them, salt impregnated, but Rooster Tails and other things, they're pretty much scentless. Beautiful little green sunfish. Second of the day. Yeah, we're going to be moving around here too, folks. There's a nice shady spot over to the left over here we're going to try for in a little bit. Cast around the top water. I'm sure there's some bass over there. I just wanted to get the skunk out of the way. Awesome, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. All right, let's get back into chat and see what's going on. Get back into chat, my friends. Let's see, Grim Service. You're welcome. Let's see, and Trey, how you doing today, Trey? Trey asks, where are we at today? This is Fairgrounds Park. Yeah, we're still in St. Louis, Missouri, but this is one of my favorite little bass, crappie, and bluegill lakes. Now, she has some carp in her, but as you guys can see, these reeds make it dang near impossible to get to those carp this time of the year. I do some in the spring before it grows up, but unfortunately, once she grows up, that's pretty much, yeah. And Lucky, how you doing today, Lucky? Lucky says, are you in Schaumburg? Nope. Schaumburg, Illinois. Not well, we're close to that. Yeah, we're in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's see, how you doing? Down the sauce, the sausage. Sausage says hi. And Les, how you doing today, Les? Les says MVP. Les says hit that like button, people. And Fishy Fishingers, Jackson. Jackson says MVP. Jackson says, hey, Les. Les says fishy. Green says, yep, 2 green sunfish. You got it, my friend. All right, let me pin that. Thank you. Yeah, our signal looks pretty good. Let's see, and Bonnie, how you doing today, Bonnie? Bonnie says, hello, Mike. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again, too, my friend. Hope you're having a great weekend. Gail says, it's gone. Let's see, Jackson says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, too, my friend. 19 incredible people in and 18 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Tell you what, let's get back to some fishing and see if we can catch some more fish. Yeah, we've got one little spot here to hit, and then we're going to circle back around and get into the shade over here. And then there's another spot right down there, another spot over there. Plenty of spots to fish. All right, let's get back to fishing, folks. The little stinker hit it 3 or 4 times before he finally got hooked. And I do like my little rooster tails. You guys know how effective it is. So many different species will hit this. I've had buffalo hit this little rooster tail. I've had grass carp, bass, bluegill, crappie. They all like the old rooster tail. And it looks like feels like I got snagged. Crap. I haven't got too many rooster tails, so let me see if I can get this off. Oh, yeah, rock. There's a lot of rocks in this lake, folks. So usually, if you walk past something and come back, at least you can get that stuff back. Yeah, we're not going to stay in the spot too long, folks. Going to kind of bounce around, and I think this trailer is just might not be the best idea, but we're going to cast her just a little bit longer before I switch. I usually put these little trailers on my spinner baits to slow the bait down when the water gets hot. And this stuff is hot down here, folks. Oh, pop. Oh, pop again. Now, those are smaller fish or what? Spinner bait messed up on me. That wasn't a very good cast. Spinnerbait messed up on me. Oh, man. How did I miss that fish? All right, folks. Let me move your angle just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit further down. So I can make a few casts a little bit into the shallow water down here. Definitely not out of mic feed range. I had a little bit of wind. And just a little bit of a breeze right now, folks. Interesting, not getting anything. I had a few pops, but nothing that wanted to commit to it. Oh, that was a smaller one. I saw that one. That was a little bassy, about maybe a half pound. Not even big enough to get that thing in his mouth. Just a couple more casts in this spot, folks, before we move. Like I said, we're not going to spend too much time in one location. Back to the rooster tail. And got a stick on it. Ooh, that was close to that tree. Dang it. Expected to go that far. Oh, pop. Yeah, like 3 strikes there. Rock. I can't quite get her from this angle. I'm going to have to just get a little bit closer. Hang on, folks. I'll be back in chat in just a second here. Now, I'm amazed I haven't gotten a crappie or something down here. There's usually a lot of small crappie and stuff around this fountain. Interesting. Caught 2 green sunfish so far, but nothing too big yet. All right, one more cast, folks, before we move. I'm going to go underneath these shade trees over here. Assuming I don't get anything on this cast. And I hit a rock instantly. Crap. No, I didn't hit a rock. Our first trash bass, folks. Ah. That's one problem with this lake, folks, is the garbage in her. That don't count. I get another cast. That don't count. Instantly, right as soon as it hit the bottom, already. Got to keep that bait moving down here. Pop. Dang it. All right, folks, let's move. Just a quick move, folks. I've got pretty much everything situated and ready to go. All I have to do is set up our rods here for a little bit of a transfer of locations, and we can get over to the next spot. This is the way, fishing with artificials is, folks. Got to keep moving. Got to keep trying to find them fish. All right, we're good for chat. Let's see, Gail is gone. Let's see, Bond. How you doing today, Bond? Bond says, using Starlink. No, I'm just on regular, regular internet. We're actually down in a local pond. Well, actually, this is a lake, so just take us a minute to move over, folks. Don't have a lot of gear to carry. That's pretty much it. We'll grab you guys and we'll move over underneath these shade trees. Gotta grab our scooter, of course. Can't go anywhere without this. I could ride her, folks. I have a clamp for the cell phone, but we're just moving a little bit. No need for to ride her around. Yeah, get a pretty good signal in this lake, actually. Hey, look at all the goopers. Hang on, folks. Let's get over to our new spot now. Tree. Sorry about getting bounced around, folks, but pretty much the only way to get around here is the goopers. Hey, buddies. You guys gonna move? Probably not. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. Beep beep. Honk honk honk. Honk honk honk, buddies. Yeah, it is a little warm out there in the sun, folks. Some nice fish activity over here. Wonder what these guys are. All right, we're here, folks. Man, talk about a big set of toadstools. Sheesh. All right, let's get back out here. Let's set up the camera and then I can get back into chat. I'm not great with moving around, folks. I'm still learning the art of doing that. All right, looks good to me, folks. Yeah, this is screaming top water here, folks. So I'm gonna get my spinning combo out here and switch her up to a little popper here. All right, let's get our tablet out here and get back into chat, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Yeah, I got to look at that. That looks horrible. I don't know what kind of angle we're on. Besides, I needed to stop sweating for 10 seconds. Let's see, where are we on chat? Boy, here we go, folks. Arnold, how you doing today, Arnold? Arnold says Amy. Bonnie. Let's see, what a nice there, Mike. Abby says, hey. How you doing, Abby? And Paul, how you doing today, Paul? Paul asks, any luck? 2 green sunfish so far. We just gotten started about 15 minutes ago. Abby says, one more cast. Yep, trash bass. That's the end. And Tyler, how you doing today, Tyler? Tyler says, yo. Abby says, good luck. Tyler says, can I have a shout out? Shout out to you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Abby says, well, 2 times is not spamming. Now over 3 times, I would consider that that's spamming, Abby. But thank you so much for keeping an eye out, my friend. Don't get goosed out there, Tuber says. Let's see. Bonnie says, nice scooter, Mike. Happy for you, sir. Yeah, that's a good one. That's but that drained our funds to get back on the road. Tyler, you're kind of new in the chat. Hang in for a couple of live feeds. We do live feeds every day. I'll see about getting you a wrench. Tuber says, I'm not saying that the water is funny, but it's never been stiller. Yeah. Oh, good googly, man. That was bad. That was like, ugh. Bonnie says, hello, Abby. Hugs, my dear. Abby says, love you guys. Yeah, you'll get the next one, Abby. I guarantee it. Abby says, I'm doing good. Tyler says, TYSM. Tommy says, hi. How you doing today, Tommy? Abby says, you're welcome. Abby says, hey, Tommy. Green River says, hey, Abby. Abby says, I'm excited to count fish for you. Tyler says, thanks. You're very welcome, my friend. Let's get a popper on here, folks. This looks so much like a top water location. So yeah, we're gonna grab our little bass sucker here, and yeah, that's got fluorocarbon on it, so not a great combo with the top water. You want something that at least floats a little bit. Mono floats at least halfway. I know I should be using braid down here, but I ain't got enough money for braid and fluoro. Sheesh, I ain't rich. Yeah, we got light gear on, folks. This is 8, 10, and 6 pound. That little Ozark Trails has got new 6 pound fluoro on her. Assuming I can get this little stinker through the eye. Sheesh. Gotta remember, guys, I only got one halfway functioning eye, and the other eye is like, can't see bunkus out of it. All right. 6 times wrapped. Yeah, this is just an improved clench knot. Basically a fisherman's knot. All right, that is tied on there. I need to trim that sucker here real quick. Yeah, I ain't gonna dig for my clippers. Yeah, by the way, folks, if you're using fluoro, don't use a lighter to cut your line. Trim that tag end. It will melt the core of that that line. It will like really weaken it. Something just pulverized something right there, didn't he? All right, folks. How was our angles? I want to make sure I get this just situated properly. That looks good. Yeah, I'm very interested in taking a few casts with a top water. You guys see how I get down close to the water? Because this is a public lake. This is very heavily fished. So these fish have seen plenty of people. So you got to be very quiet. Get down to the ground. Might race this thing through there. A lot of times is what they do is they'll feed on instinct in this lake. They'll that reflex strike. Oh, dang it. Ooh hoo hoo. Man, he just slurped it. I don't know what that was. It looked like a pound or so. Whatever that was. There are some nice bass in this lake, folks. My personal best this year is 7 pounds, and my personal best in this lake was caught about 6 years ago. That was 10. So there are some big bass in this lake. When I see them slurp, I can't really tell the size. Man, I just pulled it right away from him there, and we got a little wing knot in there. Get out of there, you little stinker. Yeah, we were casting a rooster tail on this a minute ago, so you can obviously expect there to be a few wing knots popping up from one time to time. Man, that sucker, he slurped it. That definitely was a bass. I'm not sure what the size was though. Hmm. Yeah, I just pulled it away from him. I wasn't sure if he gotten into his mouth yet, and he didn't get into his mouth. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. There's always a couple nice bass down the shoreline. Yeah, this is a heavily fished lake, folks, so you can understand these bass are very, 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 very spooky. Into the tree, Michael. Super cast. I knew it was there and I saw it. I just missed getting underneath it. That's better. Oh, something just blew up behind it. Look at that. Just that looked like a green sunfish though. Oh, look at him going after it. He's still going after it. Look at him. Oh, come on, buddy. Did it again. Yeah, that wasn't that big. It was only like maybe a half pound, but still would have been nice to have him grab the friggin' bait and not just blow up at it. It looked like he kind of wanted it fast run there and then stopped. Stupid geese making a racket behind us. Mm. I also forgot about these top waters, folks. So these little micro poppers, don't take them out of the water until you absolutely have to, because a lot of times they'll come up and they'll hit it right before you're ready to pull it out of the water. They'll decide at the last second they want to go after it. Dang. Wonder what a crappie jig would do down there. You know, what probably would happen is the stupid bass would go up there and pulverize the stupid bobber, which happens a lot down here. It's trees, 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 trees. And got the tree again. Uh, harder than you think to cast underneath these. I only got like 4 foot clearance, if that. This is how it works, folks. You got to work these shorelines very, very effectively to be able. And that was a terrible cast, Michael. I wanted it in there right by those edge of those reeds. I can't really do it when I'm sitting underneath here. I got to get right underneath the sucker. And that was too close. Got her out of there, though. Come on, big guys. That had to be the perfect cast for one of them guys to come up and hit it. Kind of have an idea of what I want to do, too. It's a slower type of retrieve, folks. I might have to put like a soft plastic on or something. Ah, crap. There was a reed sticking out on the edge of that. I could not see that. There's no way I could have seen that, folks. Yeah. That kind of spooks this spot, don't it? Well, at least that spot right there. I don't want to walk too close to the bank when I was down here. I've got to come back and probably put back on the rooster tail on this one. Yeah, no, nothing that wanted to commit to the top water. A couple pops though. One pretty good one slurped it, but I just didn't get a hook into it. Joshua asked, "What's the temperature down there?" It's about 90. Still going up too. It's about noon. She's supposed to get about 95 today. Humidity's up pretty high as well. Cooper says, "My jokes are like alcohol. Father's not all going to hit." Let's see. Tyler says, "W man." Tyler says, "I hope you're having a great day." Hope you're having a great day too, Tyler. Abby says, "Nope, I haven't got any bass yet, Abby." And Denny, how you doing today, Denny? Denny says, "Hey, Mike. How are you doing, my friend?" And Ashby. Ashby says hi. And Bonnie says, "Welcome in, everyone. Hope you enjoy the show." And seeing Wild. Wild says, "Let's go." Abby says, "Hey, Will." All right, I'm trying to get another fish on here, folks. We're gonna have to go back to our little stupid rooster tail, but and where the heck did I do with it? I just broke that off. What the heck did I throw it down here? Ah, that's always frustrating when you put something down and you can't find it 10 seconds later. Seriously? Man, that's frustrating. I'm not gonna leave this spot without finding that rooster tail. I just broke it off of there, and what the heck? Yeah, it's frustrating when that kind of stuff happens, folks. I'm hoping I just put it back in the box. It doesn't make any sense why I would throw it on the ground. I mean, I have other rooster tails, but that's one of my favorites, especially for hot summertime fishing. That fire tiger works pretty good. I wonder if anyone saw me put that down. Probably not, because the box is below you guys. So I don't see it in my box, so it's not in here. Nope, 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 nope. Got to be on top because I didn't dig anything around to get the rooster tail out, so it's not in there. Has to be around here somewheres. Crap. That is frustrating, folks. Really? That's a $3.99 lure. I don't get it. I mean, was it stuck in my shoe or something? I don't get it. So I broke that off right here. There it is. It's sticking right on the edge. Okay, never mind. All right, never. It was stuck on the edge there, folks. When I put it in the box, it wasn't put in completely. It was right on the edge. Never mind. Found it though. I gotta trim this sucker up again. Ow, man, them little hooks are sharp, dude. Stuck right in my pants, right past the, right past the bar, man. That was fast. Talk about a friggin' sharp lure. Dang. All right, we've got a little blue on here. Well, blue and silver. That's worn out pretty good over the. Caught so many fish on that, all the paint's worn off. But sorry about that, folks. I had to find that little stinker. I don't know where it went. Just didn't go in the box completely. Oh, fish on. Oh, I missed him. That was that bass. Crap. That was a nice little bass too. Oh, popped it again. Oh, got him that time. Hey, a bluegill. He just kept nipping and nipping at it. So that's our. Hey, Abby. Awesome. You can redo it now. So we've got let's see, two green sunfish and a bluegill. Yeah, he got it pretty good there. Yeah, that's a little 5-incher. So Abby, if you want to redo that pin now, it's two green sunfish and a bluegill, my friend. Hey, fish is a fish, folks, and artificials only. Beautiful guy, my friends. Yeah, that is a picture perfect summertime bluegill, folks. Gotta love it. Check that guy out in here when we get him in here close. Beautiful guy. Gotta love it, my friends. Gotta love it. Incredible. All right, buddy. Hey, artificials only. So, not even using bait today. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. Hey, every fish that I catch deserves its moment on YouTube. Let's see. Ashby says hi. Let's see. Wild says let's go. Let's see. Abby says, hey, Will. Wild says, yeah, it does stink to lose a favorite lure. Yeah, luckily I did find it. Let's see. Rick asks, what's your personal best? Let's see. Largemouth was just over 15 pounds. That was caught in Texas back in 1986. My personal best in this lake was 10.2 pounds. Personal best this year was just under 7 pounds. So it was like 6.8 or something. We did weigh that fish and put it right back. See, Law says we're back in action now. Abby says, ouch. Yep, you got it, Abby. Let me repin that. There you go. Thanks, Abby. Abby says, woo. Let's see, woo. Abby says, I did it. You did. You definitely did, my friend. See, 24 incredible people and then 25 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Tell you what, let's get back to some fishing. See if we can catch some more. Yeah, that was on the little. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, folks. But it usually has paint on it. All the paint is worn off of it over the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fish I've caught on this thing. Hooks are still good though, and she spins. So that's on my little 8 pound, 6'6" fluger. That's fun to fish with a little like a little artificial in these lakes. You'd be surprised at what you catch too. This little rooster tail, I've caught like 2.5, 3 pound largemouth on this year. Now landing a big one like that's pretty difficult because a lot of times those hooks aren't in great when you get those bigger bass. Now, I do have a bass rooster tail that when you get them on that one, she sticks good, but I don't know. This lake's kind of shallow right now. I can't really cast where I want to with a big rooster tail. Oh, pop! Stop things spinning and hit it so hard. Rock, crap. And there are a lot of rocks down here, folks. So you gotta reel it just high enough to where it doesn't hit the bottom, but right off the bottom. A lot of times, rooster tail fishing is all about keeping that lure in around the same location, keeping that blade spinning. If she stops spinning for a second, yeah, you can't get a strike when that sucker stops spinning. She's got to spin. Stop spinning on me. That's one of the reasons why fluorocarbon and rooster tails don't mix. You have to put like a small uh, piece of monofilament leader on there because rooster tails are designed to spin, and if your line doesn't spin, that rooster tail is going to stop spinning a lot. I figured that one out a long time ago with got him, folks. Fish on. Got him. What do we got? Hey, another green sunfish. Awesome. That's a dark one there, folks. Remember we got that lighter one over there? That's about 5.5 inches. Nice little greenie. Awesome. So 3 green sunfish and a bluegill so far. And we're just getting warmed up, folks. We are just getting warmed up. Boy, that is a darker one there, folks. That's been in shallower water. Gotten all darky. Check out the green, like bluish green veins around that eye. Incredible. Gotta love it, my friends. Yeah, these guys got real big mouths too. They're actually quite a decent predator as far as their size is concerned. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. And seeing Wave. How you doing, Wave? Wave says nice. Abby says awesome. And Dig, how you doing today, Dig? Dig says hola. Hola, my friend. Yeah, our signal picture looks pretty good. 24 people in and 25 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see. Joshua asks again. What's the temperature down there? Let's see. It's about let's see, I'll check it exactly right. It's 89 degrees, so still going up though. And fishy things. Awesome. Thank you so much for those gems. Thank you for that star. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dig says he's from Brazil. Awesome. We're down in St. Louis, Missouri, fishing a little lake called Fairgrounds Park. Fishy thing says hi. Abby says nice. Abby says hey, fishy. All right, we're looking good as far as chat is concerned. Let's see. Joshua says it's 91 up here. Well, about the same temperature, give or take. Fishy thing says Abby. Yeah, it's about the same temperature here as there. All right, let's see about the little spinnerbait. I'm interested to see if I can get a decent bass to hit a spinnerbait down here. Because that one bass was definitely big enough to hit a spinnerbait. I think I'll take the trailer off of her. Yeah, this is kind of our second stream in a row, folks, so I wasn't all that strong about going back to the river for our another one. Yeah, forgot when you take the trailer off, you lighten her up a little bit, so you've got to compensate by casting a little bit differently. Yeah, this should mimic the schools of shad up and down this shoreline. There are some big crawfish in this lake too, which is one of the reasons why that little Strike King bottom bouncing rage tail works pretty good. I have some bigger spinner baits too. If I find some bigger schools of shad and something's in there messing with them. Right over the tree, Michael. Man, that was like a half inch off. How's that far off? Did it again. See, if you see it right down here, folks, there's a tree right here. So I gotta freaking get it underneath this tree. And I'm surprised something didn't pulverize that. Oh, pop, man. Did it again. Just smacking at it, folks. I don't know what that is. Oh, dang it. That little stinker is frustrating. Must be just too small to get that spinnerbait in his mouth. Dang it. All right, let's go back to that rooster tail, see if I can find anything else in this spot before we move. guys are enjoying the show today, and I hope you're having an awesome, awesome Saturday, my friends. Oh, got him, folks. Fish on. Got him. Hey, another bluegill. Hey, artificials only today, folks. We're catching these guys. Yeah, that's on a little rooster tail. Cool little bluegill. That's 3 green sunfish and 2 bluegills so far. Now, actually, yeah, that last one was a green sunfish too. So 4 green sunfish and 2 bluegill. Yeah, that's a little female. See all those golden colors on this guy? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, my friends. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's a little female. Look at those golds. Incredible colors on that guy. Beautiful fish, my friends. Get out of there, rooster tail. I don't want to get me stuck in you. You, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. Uh, I gotta do it again, Abby. I'm so sorry. I catch fish too quickly. Me bad. So sorry, Abby. Let's see. Wave says, hi, fishing and wild. Wild says, how you, how's your day going so far, fishy? Abby says, how many fish? Let's see. 4 green sunfish and 2 bluegill. Let's see. Abby says, I need help. Let me do that in chat here for you so you can 4 green sunfish and 2 bluegill. There you go, Abby. And our picture looks a little. Yeah, I'll reset her because that picture looks a little crappy. I'm not sure if that's my tablet or not. I'll refresh her here. Hey, yeah, just pin that, Abby. Yeah, we were getting a bad signal there, weren't we? Let's see. Gaming says I love the bluegill. Oh yeah, me too. I love catching these guys. Abby says fish. Abby says I need help. All right, there you go, Abby. Thank you so much, my friend. All right, we got that. Yeah, it looks like this little rooster tail is going to be doing pretty good today. Yep, you got it, Abby. All right, let's see if we can catch another one. I almost don't want to move this spot. Well, folks, we're catching fish. Oh, pop. Come on. There's bound to be some crappie and bass down here too, folks. I just got to figure out a way to catch them. Catch them with what I've got, at least. Oh, got him. Fish on, folks. Got him. Oh, popped off. Dang it. That felt like a crappie. Oh, man. Yeah, that felt like a crappie, folks. Mm. The way that, like fire popped it. Because bluegill will just smack that rooster tail at once. Bass, a lot of times they'll hit it and you won't even feel them hit it. Those crappie will like smack, 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 smack. Oh, carp just jumped right out in the middle of the lake. Yeah, these carp in this lake are pretty impossible to catch this time of the year. I tried it. It takes me like 6 hours to get a bite because you have to get through the catfish and bluegill. Oh, pop. Hmm. Didn't hit it enough to get hooked. Let's see, Pig. How you doing, my friend? Pig says, "Cast in the shade." That's what I'm doing. We're in the shade right now. The rest of the lake is uh pretty much in the sun. If you see down there past us, that's the shade line there. Come on, guys. I know you're here. We're not doing too bad so far, folks, and I'm having pretty good fun. Let's see. Abby says hi, Piggy. Piggy says, "Oh hi." Piggy says hi again. Piggy says, "Where are you?" We're at a little lake called Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, this is a little public lake right in the middle of North St. Louis. Oh man, pop. Yeah, this lake's full of bass, bluegill, crappie, some nice carp around. We're just casting a little rooster tail. We've got a spinner bait on. I can tie some top waters on too. I've already tied on one. Had a couple good blow ups over here, but didn't seem like they were big enough bass to hit that little top water. And what do we got? Stick bass. Stick bass, my friends. Oh boy. He says, or America. Yeah, Bambi. Yep, you got it. USA. So St. Louis, Missouri is in the United States. Oh, bang, pop. Now, there's definitely some fish here. It's just getting these stinkers hooked. Let's see. Piggy says, "Oh, okay. Hope you enjoy the show, Piggy." I think we're gonna take a couple more casts here before we're gonna have to move quite a bit now because some folks moved down there to fish. And there goes our spot down past us, so we're gonna have to move around again. It won't be long before there'll be too many people fishing this lake. And as soon as it gets warmer and warmer, she gets more and more difficult to find a spot because this is a public lake. Let's see. Piggy says I am. Got you, my friend. Where are you hailing from? Just curious. No, no worries. Pop. Let's see. Bambi says hi. Up England. Awesome. Seen a friend of mine, Pierre Coops. He does a lot of brim and carp fishing, and let's see, fun fishing. That's another UK angler. Yeah, we do a lot of nice big old carp fishing down on the Mississippi usually, but today I just thought I'd take a break, come down here, see if I could catch some bass, bluegill, crappie. Hang it right in a tree, Michael. Yeah, I don't think that's coming out. I'm gonna have to go down there and get that. Ah, at 50 casts down here underneath the trees, you're bound to hit the little stinker eventually. Ah, it's acceptable. Only takes a second to get that out. Every angler casts in the trees every once in a while, and if they say they don't, they are lying their butts off. Ah, all right, 6 stick bass. Let's see. Babby says, "Wow." He says, "Nearly won World Cup." And see, Piggly says, "I subbed." Awesome, my friend. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the content. And he says, "Nice, Piggly." Let's see. Piglet says, "Who are you, Bambi?" She's one of my moderators. One of my they help support my channel. Come in and we chat. She's a friend of mine. He says, "Okay." Yeah, I think we might have spooked them down here. We caught a number of nice ones in this one little spot. Had like one bass about a pound, busted a top water right there twice, and he slurped it down once. It's just I didn't get a hook into him. I try to remain positive, positive vibes, keep the energy flowing. Try to be a pretty good entertainer for everyone. Don't let a lot bother me. Let's see, what's your best fish? I guess my best fish would have to be a big old lake sturgeon I caught back in 1982 down on the Mississippi River. That was 132 pounds. Now you don't see many lake sturgeon anymore because they've the dams have kind of knocked down their breeding locations. They can't really get up river anymore to breed. So the only ones you see, the Missouri Department of Conservation, they'll raise themselves and put back into the river. Get a lot of nice, like 30, 40 pound carp down at the Mississippi. They're fun. Oh, pop, pop. Come on, buddy. Hit it. Dang it, dude. I love feeling that little rooster tail when I got a bluegill or bass or something behind him, he's going pop, 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 pop. That's fun. Let's see. Bambi says, dang, you mean Pat Mike? Yeah, he's good too. Let's see. Outdoors. How you doing, outdoors? Outdoors says hi. He says, my friend. Bambi says, hi, outdoors. We're coming in. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the show today. Happy Saturday, by the way. Hmm. Where do we move now? I was gonna try over there, but that guy moved down there, so I'll probably have to move somewhere else. We could have underneath that tree, but it's pretty shallow over there. We'll probably move down here past this bridge. In the tree again. Get out of there. Got it. See 24 incredible people on. Let's see 25 thumbs up. Yep, 20. What is that? Dang it. Yep, 25 thumbs up. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Yeah, I think we're gonna move here. I think I spooked these guys, so we're gonna last cast before we move. I'm getting a few more still nipping at it, but yep, not really committing. So we're gonna pack up our gear. I'm gonna move again. Let's see. Bambi says hello, Dan. Diane. Diane. Ooh, did I miss Diane here? Huh? Diane. Nice to meet you. Yep. 48. 48. Now, so in 20. Well, let me refresh it. You might be right, because sometimes. Oh, yeah, you're right too. Needed to refresh that. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know that. Joshua says 49. Jordan says 49. And Dougie Doug, how you doing, my friend? Dougie Doug says hi, Mike. Yeah, we're gonna move again, folks. I think we kind of spooked the spot again, so we're gonna keep on moving around. Ah. See, Jordan says just like. Awesome, my friend. You're number 50. 49 or 50. It sometimes YouTube can be off on that, by the way. It can be off a sub or a like or two. It happens. All right, let's get to get our gear together and get to the next spot. Might have to put you guys on the scooter because this one's a little bit of a distance. And where are we in chat here so I know where we are? All right, because I got to pop this one off to make sure that doesn't get messed up. Oh, let's get going here, folks. Hey, I'm having fun. I ain't got to worry about dealing with yucky worm or dealing with a can of corn or whatever. I haven't used this one over here yet, so let me see if I can turn her. And unfortunately, yeah, that is not going to turn. Oh boy, and I have no top pocket, so crap. Yeah, I set that for so I could. Oh well. We can just walk it. Yeah, there's no way I'm riding the scooter while carrying the tripod. Yeah, the only way to do that is if I have my top pocket, and I don't have a little spot on my top pocket here to put that. And I haven't rigged the scooter up yet so that I can put the camera on the on the scooter yet. I've got one on there, but it's mounted for the light instead of the. Yeah, someone fishing here, so we got to go around. I could usually just bolt around this lake on my scooter, but this is a new scooter. We just bought it, so our last one we got about 2,000 miles off that guy before she She died. There's a lot of people fishing down here in these spots. Oh, I wish I could get this on here right. If I put this on here incorrectly, it's just going to bounce off. Sorry about taking us so long to get to these spots. It usually just takes me a second on my scooter. I haven't gotten this one rigged up with the mount for the cell phone yet. You know, all this stuff's too grown up to fish. There's no way you can get through those reeds. But the good thing about the reeds are this is a highly fished public lake, and that edge of reeds makes it impossible for other people to fish, including me. But pretty much, I'm just saying it's great fishing territory. It's just not great for fishing. It's good for the fishies, not for the people. All right, this looks pretty good. Trees are a little low there. Might have to see what I can do about that. All right, folks, we're back. Right underneath this cool bridge here. I see 13 incredible people still in. That's awesome, folks. And 50 thumbs up. Oh, Diane, I got you. Diane, I thank you for letting me know that. I haven't checked that channel yet, so. And you're kind of new in chat, so didn't really know that. Bambi says, thank you, Jordan. Let's see. Bonnie says, that's okay, Mike. Take your time. Let's see. Danny, they shot the war movie with Brad Pitt right underneath that bridge. I doubt it. It's possible, though. Gail says that park is quite historic. A site of St. Louis explosion. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, bear pits and, yep, you're right about that. Yep, the bear pits are still here. That's 100%, you're right about that. All right, let's see if I can get some fishies here, folks. And of course, I've got to go out in the sun. You guys get to sit in the shade. My lucky butt for being the YouTube streamer. Man, this is really growing up over here too, folks. Oop, pop. Come on, buddy, hit it. And I got snagged on a rocker. Yep, another stick bass. Another stick bass, folks. That first thing wasn't a stick bass, though. I don't know what that was. I should probably cast a spinnerbait here first. Either any bass or something in here. Oop, that was a pulverizing. Man, how did he miss that? He stopped the blades from spinning. He hit it so hard. This is a tricky cast, folks. Underhanded, sidearm, left-handed, yucky cast. Yeah, there's a line in that tree too. That's gonna make it interesting. Yeah, see that? Someone snagged some line there, so even if I cast it right, I'm gonna be snagged in someone else's line. I should probably put some sort of bottom bouncer on. Ow, that hurt. Everybody's getting some pops, but no takers. I need to grab my tablet and bring it out here too. Sorry about that, folks. I forgot it. I was into fishing rather than the chat. My bad. Snot grass. Snot grass. Yucky, yucky snot grass. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yucky, yucky gunk. Let me try the little crappie jig here for a minute. Could be some like big bluegill crappie or something here. Also, I can get this. Yeah, that would be a perfect spot for some numbnuts head to cast in the tree right there. Yeah, that ain't coming out over there. I love it how people come down to this little lake and fish with 5-ounce weights, uh, the same as I would you use down on the river to fish this little pond. Look at that little whatever that was come out of the water after something. Interesting. I'm not hearing any bullfrogs. I expect to be hearing a lot of them right now. Oh, there's one. Way, way buried in that stuff. Hmm. Yeah, boy, this is like. Yeah, I'm looking at some guys over here fishing. They got big old catfish rods and stuff out, like with uh, yeah, kind of crazy. Hmm, surprised. This spot does get hit sometimes by cast netters though, and they lose a lot of cast nets over here too because there's a lot of snags. A couple more casts with the rooster tail. I don't think we'll move unless I catch something. After I come back and check the chat, of course. Oh, that was up. Dang it. Come out of them rocks. Little like half-pound bass. Man, that was a nice little guy. Come up right up to the surface. I probably could see that on the live stream. I'd love to cast underneath this tree, but there's a piece of monofilament sticking out of said tree. That is so bad of a cast, Michael. Why did I just do that? That is so dangerous. No, I got through it. I'm not going to do that again. I got different colors, and it doesn't look like this is a really good bass spot because unfortunately there's a massive amount of reeds on that other side that's just blocking the majority of the lake. This stuff wasn't growing up like this earlier this season. This stuff is, I haven't seen it growing up like this ever. I've seen it with a lot of algae and stuff, but those reeds, I've never seen them like that. Not in this lake, at least. Well, nothing over here. take a couple casts out here deep before we move again. Dragonfly, get off my rod. Look at a little stinker. He's on the tip of my rod. Couple of pops again and no takers. And it's extremely easy to catch fish in this lake with bait, but with artificials, it'd be a little more difficult. Oh, pop, come on. Why are you guys just doing that? Just smack at it once. Alrighty. See what's going on in chat before I move us over just a little bit. Not too much. Oh, where we are in chat here. Oh, here we are. Let's see. Bambi says, that's so cool, Daniel. Wow. Galen, popular place. Let's see. Bambi's laughing her butt off. Let's see. Dunny says yes. Let's see. Bonnie says, that's a beautiful place there. Bonnie says, Mike, you're a blast. So glad you enjoyed the show, Bonnie. See, Bonnie says that would be me casting in it. Yeah. Really? You cast in the. Okay. Let's see. Bambi says, looks like a painting. Bonnie says, it does, Bambi. Gorgeous. Bambi with the thumbs up. Seeing Jasper. Jasper says, Mike, what's up, man? I remember you from Fish Brain. It's been a while, Jasper. Yeah, yeah, we're back at Fairgrounds. I fish a lot of places now, Jasper. O'Fallon, Fairgrounds Park. I fish the river a lot. Catch a lot of species of fish, and you can see we're monetized. Yep, I'm making money on YouTube. Not a whole lot, but still a little bit, enough to pay for some fishing gear and other things. Gee, Bambi says, "Thank you for coming in, Jasper." Jasper says, "Me too. Cool. That's cool." Let's see. Jasper says, "What happened to your brain account?" Well, I had to concentrate on YouTube. I'm afraid it's still there, but YouTube is a full-time job, my friend. Yeah, I moved to I started posting on YouTube now instead of Fishbrain. It's got a lot more options too. I mean, as far as your I'm getting the rods. As far as your ability to create content, YouTube Fishbrain, they removed their ability to create short feeds. So you're stuck doing only like pictures now. Stuck in a tree. Get out of there, you little. Ah, boy. Get out of there. Sheesh. What the heck was going on with that? Oh yeah, the spinnerbait's not reeled into the tip. Yeah, I just YouTube's a full-time job. It's a labor of love because you better love it. If you don't love it, probably not going to go very far. Or unless you have put like 50 friggin' grand into your channel. I don't have that kind of money. I have the time and the energy. I don't have the money, so I think I do pretty good with what I've got. I really do. Yeah, I've aged quite a bit, Jasper. Yep, long time since I've posted on Fishbrain. Hang on, folks. Jumped off our own chat here. And here we are back. See, that's cool. Let's see. Bambi says fish count. Same as before. 4 green sunfish and 2 bluegill. Haven't changed yet, Bambi. Bambi says count. Jasper says, yes, me and my friends, Trophies, used to talk to you on Fish Brain. Yep, it's been a while since I've posted on Fish Brain, I'm afraid. I had to focus down. I think I posted probably 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I posted a buffalo or something on there. And I do visit it from time to time to get my old pictures off of there. Yeah, live streaming allows you to do a lot more. YouTube's got the live streams, got short feeds, long form feeds. It's got the post ability as well. Just so many other things you can do with it. You're kind of limited on Fish Brain. Pop. Dang it. Little stinker. Okay, let's see. Right over the tree again, Michael. That's interesting. It will pop. Man, they're just being stubborn, man. You can't keep a hook in them. Check my hooks, make sure they're not bent. They're not. Should be able to hook them little stinkers. Boy, this lake has really grown up recently. Right in the tree again, Michael. That's not coming out unless I get up and get it out. All right, let's check the chat again, folks. See what's going on. Let's see, 8 incredible people in, 59 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I should probably put a bottom bouncer on, folks. I don't think the spinner bait. I really don't like giving up my spinner bait, but put on like a crawl or something. Pop. Got the rocks again. Get those couple nips, and it won't hit it all the way. Not in these spots. Question is, what rod should I throw that thing on? I think what the rooster tail is working. The one thing is not working is the spinner bait. So let me put it up. Let me put it on the. Let me put that on my spinner bait. The bait caster with it. So go over here and get our stuff. Be right back. Just split second here. Oh, don't turn on, Scooter. I don't want you on. Now, Scooter's got too sensitive of a turn on button. It's like you just glance it and it turns on, but then you got to press it for 5 seconds to get it to turn off. A few design flaws on this Scooter. I mean, it is a better scooter, but it's just seems to be not designed exactly correct. All right, I'm gonna need one of my weighted hooks here. Ouch. Assuming I can find these guys. Got probably a half a dozen of them in here, just finding the stupid things. Wherever the heck I put them. And there's one. That'll do. All right, now I need a soft plastic to go with this. And I probably don't have any out. Well, there's one. Is that torn to pieces? Doesn't look like it. Looks okay to me. Little crawfish color. That's not the reel I wanted to do that on. This is the reel I wanted to do that on. One with a spinnerbait. Yeah, that line is like really freaking white. Bonnie asks, any crappie in there? Yeah, there are actually some decent crappie. That's why I've got a crappie jig on one of my rods. Haven't caught any. I think I have one hooked out there with a little rooster tail. And rooster tails and crappie, they're just, it's tough to land a nice crappie on a rooster tail because those troubles don't hold on into them very good. They got such papery mouths. Yeah, it's steamy out here, folks. It's definitely warm. Just about every shaded spot in this lake has 2 or 3 people underneath it. It's a weekend, so everyone's coming out to fish. All right. Freaking what the heck was that? Sounded like a small, whatever that was, just chased something in there. All right. I need something to trim this with. I don't feel like digging for my clippers, so I'm just gonna grab my lighter. I don't know where the heck my clippers are again. That's why I just bought a pair and I lose it again. That's why I don't use clippers, folks. People tell me, why don't you use clippers? Well, unfortunately, every time I get a pair of clippers, I lose them in a trip. Probably left them down on the river again. I mean, it's a very easy thing to do, leaving them in a location. Especially with my eyesight, it's very easy to forget stuff. All right, that's a little Strike King Rage Craw. That's on a little weighted hook with a wide gap hook. Let me just make sure to skin that so I don't get snagged up too bad. Make sure that slides up and down real good. Looks okay. All right, let's take a few casts with this, folks. That was a terrible first cast, Michael. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, standing in water, obviously. I'm probably off the feed, aren't I? Yep, I am. I'm definitely off the feed right now. Says, what's going on in chat? Let's see. Fake fishing, how you doing today, my friend? Fake fishing says hi. Bonnie says, that's what I fish for most. I freeze them for the winter up here. Yeah, they usually I have rainbow trout to fish for, so sometimes I'll come down and catch some crappie to eat. They are pretty good. It's not grass. Oh, another spot doesn't seem to be much in here. No way you're casting through those reeds in there. You could have a 100-pound braid and still get stuck in that crap. All right, what do I do here, folks? I'm thinking. Every one of my really good spots has got two or three people sitting on it. I think we can go right underneath this next tree, and then we'll have to move even further down because there's people fishing there too. Crap on it. There's a log in front of me. I'm taking a few casts by it too, hoping there's a bass underneath it, but I don't know. Kind of losing my confidence for bass fishing right now, folks, because I'm seeing a few smaller bass chasing stuff in here shallow, but not much in the way of size. All right. Okay, let's see what's going on in chat. I miss a lot there. Let's see, Nathan. How you doing today, Nathan? Nathan says, that's what I fish for. Nathan says, hi, Mike. Sorry, I didn't get to the notification again. Hope you're having an awesome day. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. Thank you, Nathan, for dropping by. I hope you enjoy the show today. Bonnie says, most of the trout are stocked around here. They don't taste as good as native trout. Yeah, but our trout, I mean, besides that, you have to go way up to Merrimack Springs State Park. That's a couple 100 miles away to get trout. Let's see, Nathan asked, "What are we fishing for today?" Uh, bluegill, bass, crappie, pretty much. Caught the bluegill and stuff. Had a few bass pop the surface, but we're using artificials only today, so a little different than regular. Nathan asks, "How was your day?" Doing okay, as long as I stay in the shade down here. It doesn't seem to be too hot. Bonnie says, "Going great. Cooler today." And your day, Nathan? Bonnie says, "Writing, Nathan." Nathan says, "Not so good. My stomach has been hurting. Been back and forth from the restroom." All right, prayers, my friend. I hope you feel better. See, Nathan says autocorrect. When he says anything, I think maybe bass. Yeah, bass, bluegill, and crappie today. See, Nathan says, oh, okay. Uh, Nathan says, thank you, Mike. You're very welcome. 9 people in, 63 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. We're going to have to move again. Just a quick move over here. Won't take us a second. I might put back on a top water over here. I'd like to fish this whole shoreline, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people fishing. So we're jumping around to the locations that we can fish in this lake right now because there's so many people. That's what happens when you fish a public lake during the weekends. Hey, but at least it's quiet down here. No shots, no parties or nothing going on. These are just anglers and people having a relaxing day out in the park. Just there's a lot of people for such a small dang park. All right, let's get off, me fly. That stinker wouldn't come off. Sheesh. Usually you like give a good gust of air onto a fly and it takes off, and that little stinker wouldn't come off. Yeah, just a quick move, folks. Not that far. See that stick is sticking up right there? We're gonna set you guys up right there and start working down this shoreline. All right. And too big a stick to be sitting there. Get out of the ground. Like a freaking stick you'd need my Mad Cat series reel, and there's no fish in this lake besides carp that are big enough to hit that Mad Cat series reel. You never get them on that stuff. All right, let's see. What do I want to use here? Suppose I should probably start off with the top water. Yeah, right around the edge of that structure there. Take me a second to retie, put it on my rooster tail. Yeah, this little spot right here looks really good for like a popper or something. Trying to keep my voice down a little bit, folks. I know I'm usually real excitable in chat, but I don't want to spook these guys. I can definitely tell they've been overfished recently because there are tons of people out here right now. I think they probably got Saturdays and Sundays scheduled down here for the fish to shut down. Probably got a bulletin board on the fish's bulletin board. It's Saturday and Sunday. Stop hitting. You do not want to eat anything tomorrow. It's Saturday and Sunday. You will regret it. Come on, bassies. I want one bass today. I'll be happy if I can catch one largemouth. Anything over about 2 inches long. Now, mind you, I'd like an 7 or 8 pounder, but that's not going to happen. But never know. It's too bad. This lake does have some big ones in here, and finally found my clippers. I knew they were in there. I've been looking for them for 10 minutes in that one pouch. Crazy when you put something in a little pouch and it's in there, and you know it's in there, and you can't find it, and then all of a sudden it pops right. It's there. All right, that's our little popper, folks. That's our little a little rebel popper. Man, that was just, I can't believe that didn't get pulverized by something. It's not grass. The nemesis of the bass angler, snot grass. Uh-oh. Yeah, that hook is bent out. Well, how that freaking happened. Might explain why I missed that previous fish under there underneath that one tree. That hook was bent out. Any more hooks bent out on that? No, just that one. More snot grass. Man, it's amazing that just pops at that. I'm just always surprised about stuff that like that. You got to keep an open mind when you're fishing like a bass lure like that, always to expect something to hit it. Because the moment you don't stop expecting that, something's going to pulverize it and you're going to miss it. This lake has filled in quite a bit over the last few years. It's made it quite a bit shallower down in a lot of these spots. And we've definitely caught a few nice fish. Those green sunfish and bluegill, those are nice catches, especially on artificials. Now I can catch bluegill and freaking catfish all day long if I brought some bait with me, but eh, I like to get back to some artificial fishing every once in a while. Kind of anger. I know there's got to be a good bass down there just watching this stupid thing, just staring at it, going, "Ooh, I want to eat you. I want to eat you. I want to eat you." Come on, big guys. I know you're here. Kind of frustrating when you cast like that. You know there should be something there, and there's not. A lot of bluegill. So a lot of bluegill. That's about it. He's like too far out. It's too far out for that popper. I need it in there right by the bank. That's about right. But man, did I get it freaking in there close. Man, that is just amazing. Something just didn't pulverize that. Mm, incredibly amazing. I couldn't get anything on that. All right, let me come back and check that chat, see what's going on, huh? Got to get the tablet out of the bag. I can't keep this out here because this will roast out here in this heat. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Okay, Nathan. Okay, thanks. Uh, yep. Hope your belly feels better, my friend. And prayers. Bonnie says we got to enjoy the area when you move, Mike. Love to have a pole where you're at right now. That's a good little lake to fish. Let's see, Terry, what's going on? How you doing today, Terry? Terry says pretty. Nathan says hi, Terry. Terry says, can you keep them? You can keep anything in this lake. The only thing that has a requirement is largemouth. They have to be over 18 inches. Everything else, now they do have, you know, the amounts you can keep. I think it's like 4 channel catfish, two largemouth that both have to be over 18 inches, 10 crappie, 10 bluegill. Those are all in aggregate. So Terry says, hey, Nate. And Gil says, fish don't use bulletin boards anymore. Yeah, they got cell phones. Yep, you're right. Let's see, Terry says night crawlers. No, we're using artificials only today. So we're just using like rooster tails, crappie jigs, top waters. Yep. Terry says seaweed. Eat it delicious. Yeah. Arnold says hi. All right, folks. We have 6 incredible people in and 64 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, we haven't caught a fish in a plug minute. I'm kind of worried. Move us a little bit closer to the spot. I wanted to keep us back a little bit because I didn't want to spook the spot. But now that I've hit her with the top water, I can move in with you guys just a little bit closer. Let's see, Jason. How you doing, my friend? Jason says, Mike, brother. How you doing today, my friend? 9 incredible people in and seeing 63 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I'm doing okay. Caught some bluegill and green sunfish. A lot more than one. Yeah, Jason went out fishing to a local pond and caught one bluegill. Yep. So I had to come out and show him how it was done. Now I ain't done much better. I only caught 6, so I ain't doing that much better. Just a little bit. All right, let's go to the little fire tiger again. This one usually gets more bass on it than the man. I really want to cast over there with that top water over there for a minute. While I got her on, I might as well sneak over here by these folks and take a few casts with top water. I don't think they'll mind. I think they'll be happy to actually see a fish caught. Hey, look, an egret. Check it out, folks. See if I can get a picture of him. See him over there? It won't let me zoom in. Huh, interesting. There it goes. See him there? Sorry, buddy, you're in the way. I see Crazy. How you doing, Crazy? Crazy says, hey, Bonnie. Crazy says, hey, everyone. How's it going? Let's see. I'm gonna pop the ranch, Crazy. You've been in chat recently a lot, so there you go, my friend. Welcome to the Blue Jacket Club, my friend. That's a cool egret. He's just sitting there. Sorry, buddy, but you're in the way. That's where I want to cast. Oop, there's probably a big carp. See that swirl? Either a carp or a bass. There he goes. Cool guy. Hey, these folks are leaving. Yay, I can have the shoreline back. I don't have to worry about the camera being in people's way as much. There we go. Looks okay. Right in a tree. Crap. There got to be something to get these bass to hit down here in this spot. This has to be. Because I know they're in this spot. I just got to figure out what they're feeding on. Dang it. Ooh, I know you guys saw that. That was a pretty good bass. That was the first pretty good strike I've had. I got a line of bluegill. Mm, I think one of them was okay. The other ones were kind of small. That was a pretty good bass, folks. And that tree again. It's like really messing me up right there. There's like one hanging branch right there. And it keeps moving in the wind. That was a pretty good bass, folks. Just plug missed it. Man, he busted up at it and didn't get it. Lake fishing, Jason, it's all about moving around. Because you might have like one spot in 50 where the fish are actually really active and chasing stuff. Either be it bass, crappie, bluegill, whatever you're fishing for. And these lakes, they don't really have to hit all that much. I'll be right back, folks. I got to get our stuff. Get down here before someone else moves back down here. See, there's our backpack and our rods. Kickstand gets stuck on this one too. That was a good bass that just pretty much just pulverized that popper and just, I don't know, he missed it. I don't think he's going to go after that popper again. So let me put something else on here while I check that chat. I hate them. All these spots down here are going to be great for bass fishing. I just did for top water. I have to keep switching up lures. Let's see. Who do we have in chat right now? There's oh please waterproof uh fees for fish. Terry says seaweed. Let's see. Jason says Mike brother. Grumpy Bass. How you doing today, Grumpy Bass? Grumpy Bass says Mike brother. Grumpy Bass sent that golden poo. Thank you so much for those gems, my friend. Sent the happy poo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Jason says thank you, brother. Gracie says, hey everyone, how's it going? You're also the legend. I'm not sure why that didn't hold crazy. Huh. Oh yeah, it's on there. Gracie says, oh wow, thanks. You're very welcome. And Munchie, how you doing, Munchie? Munchie says so hot out. Yeah, it definitely is. It's over 90 out here right now. And going up. Crazy says, yeah, the heat is terrible. I fish the nighttime here. Because all that we still are soaking wet at night with the humidity. Grumpy Spez says, well, asks, how's your day been? Pretty good, my friend. We've got, let's see, 4 green sunfish and 2 bluegills so far. And that's on artificials only. Let's see, 7 incredible people in it, 65 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, I want to put on a little rooster tail here, see if I can hook that bass that I had on. Assuming I can find my tackle box. What did I do with it? Probably left it down here moving around. Yeah, there it is. I left our little tackle box down here. Oops. Whoops-a-daisy. Ah. I put a little fire tiger back on. Probably should put a spinnerbait on that one crappie jig one because I don't seem to be getting anything on a crappie jig at the moment. Because that seems to be better as far as, I don't know. We'll keep with what we got at the moment. Put a little a rooster tail back on this one. Come on, go through the eye. 4, 5, 6. Hey, like I said, you don't want to put a rooster tail on fluorocarbon, folks, unless you use a monofilament leader. And if you're going to use a monofilament leader, why not use solid monofilament? They just don't spin right with fluoro. Doing okay, Grumpy Bass. All right, let's see if I can catch a fishy, folks. I'm hoping that I can get something on a rooster tail down here. Oh, I forgot to show you the lure. Dang it, I forgot to show it to you after I tied it on. All right, I put on a little snot grass. Put on a little fire tiger again. We've been switching around between blue and fire tiger, so. It's up. Look at that. Nice little swirl right by the bank. I love it when they come out, grab the rooster tail, and I still miss them. Oh. Look at that. Right by the bank. Stupid thing's not spinning. Messed up on the cast. Just enough snot grass when it hit the water to mess up and would not cast. Would not spin. Pop. Snot grass again. If I reel that at the speed necessary for them to hit it, I hit the bottom. Oh, pop. Dang it, really? And now I get snagged. Yeah, another stick bass, folks. I get a real hard pop, and then I hit a stick right by where that fish hit. And I'm trying, folks. This isn't as easy as you think it is. These little lakes down here are really heavily fished. And snagged again. That feels like a rock. Or not more trees and stuff. Come on, guys. I keep getting strikes on this. I just can't hook them. Bugs. I got that one bass hit right underneath this tree, and I can't get him to hit again. That will not go after that rooster tail. Now, I am off the feed, I know, folks. I can see the angle. I'm way off. Turn around here. Let's see. Crazy says, yeah, the heat's terrible. And 7 people still in it, seeing 66 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, no bass today, I'm afraid. We're working on it, though. Oh, look at him. Just chase that rooster tail. And had snot grass on it, and he just turned his head away from it. Come on, there's got to be one good bass up and down the shoreline. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. Here, fishies. Come on, buddies. I believe I had that fish chase it right to the surface, and I had a piece of crap on it. Yep, I don't think I'm getting that one off, folks. That's wait. Nope, I got lucky. Popped out of the tree. I love it when it wraps around the tip so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that. That one tied in a knot. 5, 6. Well, come off now. Did it again. Stupid tree. Again, this is a great spot for a topwater, yet the next spot's good for rooster tail, yet the next spot's good for a topwater, and I don't have three medium action spinning combos to work the location, so I have to keep changing lures. All right, let's switch up again, folks. Put the top water back on, because this is another spot I'm gonna need. Something like that. Come on, go through the hole, go through the hole. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on, folks. I'll be back in chat in just a minute here. Gonna be one of those days where I'm gonna have to sit down here for 3 or 4 hours to find a bass. This lake, what I say in my last stream, the reason why I don't fish the lakes a lot during the hottest part of the summer, because it'd be extremely hit and miss. You can go one day down there and catch 20, and the next day not get a bite. And we have been catching some bluegill and stuff, but nothing of too much of a consequence, I'm afraid. Nothing that big, I'm afraid. This really lopsided spot from people digging bait in this location. I'm gonna have to drop a leg more, get the setup straight. All right, look good, folks. 6 people in, 66 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. All right, we are back. Let's see if I can get that just situated properly. Another egret down there. He's waiting for me to catch him something. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm working on it. Even I'm having trouble catching fish today. 3 feet too far to the right. And she's snagged in the stuff, and yet she's not close enough to the mic. Come on. Oh, blew up at it right there, just right behind it. Oh, you little stinker. Look at that sucker. Right there, folks. He blew up at it twice. Man, that's frustrating. Twice that fish came up at it, just playing with it. Did it again. Yeah, he's just playing with it like a little kitten with a string. Ah, stupid line. It's not the line, it's the rod tip. Got some good blow ups today, but no takers on this top water today. They smack at it, they knock it out of the water. That last one just come up to the surface and just kind of rolled on top of it. I could see him. He just here's the lure, folks. He just kind of did that. He didn't even really he didn't really have his mouth open at it. He's just kind of like, "You okay, fishy? Whatever you are you okay?" He didn't even want to eat him. Just playing with him. Kind of frustrating, folks, when you have the fish jump up several times. It just keeps busting at the lures, no matter where you go, and can't seem to get him to commit to anything. carp. But none of these fish in this lake are hungry, folks. They have tons of food in this lake. That's another surprising cast. Right in there where a fish should be. Crap. I'm just amazed I'm not getting pulverized by something down here. I'll have to put that crawl back on and see if I can at least get one bass today. Slow it down with uh, that craw bait. Well, it's been that hot to where these fish, even the bass, don't even want to come to the surface, and they're just barely nosing up at the baits. They're not really. Like, I guess they're even too hot. All right, let's get this crawl out. I'll come and check that chat, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. All right, we're looking good for chat. 4 people in, 69 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. Rocks. Dude. Really? I just fell over for no reason. Okay. I just fell over for like, been sitting there for 5 minutes and now it decides to fall down. Okay. That's weird. See, how's your day going? Gail says, knowing there's no guard to be had fills me with a sense of, yeah, sorry about that, Bonnie. I don't get it. That's been sitting there for 15 minutes. It's setting straight. Like all of a sudden it decides to, I don't know. Sorry about that, Bonnie. I don't know why that did that. I have no clue. You're sitting there flat perfectly, and yeah, that's All of a sudden, it just decides I'm going to fall. All right, folks, I don't know what to do, folks. It's pretty slow today. I'm not giving up, but it's going to take me a while, and I mean a while, to find a fish. And I'm sure you guys have got more important and enjoyable stuff to, maybe someone that can actually catch something over a half pound. Uh-oh. I think I just pulled that out of a fish's mouth. That's what happens. You start getting a little frustrated and oh, there's a got him, fish on, got him. All right. Well, I thought, hey, that crawl worked, folks. Hit right by the rod tip. Awesome. That crawl worked, folks. Check that out. He choked it. And he choked that rage crawl. Yeah, still in there. Dang it. Goes. Yeah, just on the top of the jaw, dude. Beautiful fish, my friends. Hey, caught a bass. Success, my friends. Awesome. Yeah, he's got a bad eye. No, actually, you don't. It's just turned inward. Looks like he's cross-eyed. Beautiful fish, my friends. Yeah, that's about 3/4 of a pound. That might go almost a pound. Beautiful, folks. Gotta love it. Yeah, I just started seeing that line going that way. Incredible fish, folks. I love it. Success, my friends. It only took us 2 friggin' hours. Uh, Beautiful, folks. Gotta love it. All right, let's get this buddy back in the water. Just tell you what, I'm on one good thumbnail, folks. Beautiful. All right, buddy. I'm gonna let this one go a little bit differently. I haven't done this. I see Colby doing this all the time. I'm gonna try him. I'm gonna try this once. We're gonna pick her up, take her right to the edge of the water. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. Yeah, I haven't done that before. Gotta love it, my friends. Let's see, who do we have in chat? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, my friends? Hey, we caught one, folks. Sorry about that. Gail says nice close up of that grass carp. Of that grass, though. Let's see, Bonnie with the floating heart. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gail says whoop whoop and nice. Thank you for those gems, Bonnie. Crazy says, well, for me, the catching part is not what makes the stream. For me, is how chill the stream is and how fun they are. You passed the test. Hey, it only takes one fish to change your day. Ain't that right, my friend? So far, we've caught now 4 green sunfish, 2 bluegill, and a nice pound bass. Let's see, Bonnie says, nice, let's go. And Miss Daisy, how you doing, Miss Daisy? Miss Daisy says hello. Hey, Mike. Miss Daisy says, happy Saturday, my friends. Yes, happy Saturday. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. 8 incredible people in and 70 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Just took us 2 hours of casting with a soft plastic to finally find a good bass. And he really tore my craw up. You know, I'm gonna have to get a friggin' new bait here. Yep, tore my pinchers off. Yep. Hang on, folks. Hopefully, I got some in my box still. My bag of soft plastics. And hopefully, got a few still left in here. What do we have here? We have a. That looks pretty good. That's just a straight. That'll work. And it's undamaged as well. There's some big old bullfrogs in this lake, folks. Yeah, that bass hit that popper 3, 4 times and never did. I never did take it all the way, but put like something that looks like a crawfish by him, and he grabbed it and held on. All right, that looks pretty good. I need that turned one more time because the bottom part is that way, so she needs to be like, like that. Yeah, these are unscented soft plastics I get from Steve Turner. So, all right, back in shape. That's pretty much all I had out there, like a little crawfish bait. That's a little bit different design, but it shouldn't matter. Let's see. Miss Daisy says doing good. Awesome to hear, my friend. Miss Daisy says how's your day? Doing good, my friend. Let's see, Russ. How you doing today, Russ? Russ says hi, Mike. 7 incredible people in it. 71 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys enjoy the show today. Yeah, a lot of times in this lake, there's no fighting the fish because they'll hit right at the rod tip. And that one did it too. He hit it right at the rod tip. Yeah, I'm happy now, folks. Caught a largemouth. Yep, and a nice size to boot, folks. That was about a pound. In the middle of the dead hot summer in August, a pound largemouth is not bad. I mean, you've got some fisheries that produce tens of thousands of bass. This isn't one of them. There might be only maybe 150 bass in this entire lake. And they get fished for, folks. They definitely get casted for. So now I might have a pattern, but do I want to keep doing that type of pattern where I'm casting a top water and then a soft plastic behind it whenever I see a fish? And look at that, just sprayed something down there. Yeah, there's a little edge of rocks around this lake, folks. So bouncing a little thing like this around these rocks, there are a lot of crawfish that sit underneath this little rock edge. All right, I'm happy, folks. We've been in about 2.5 hours. Sure would like to do her 3 hours. We'll see if we can find at least one more spot where I can find something actively feeding. Hey, success, folks. We haven't caught any crappie yet today, but we had one hooked. We've also caught a largemouth and a whole bunch of green sunfish and bluegill. So definitely success today. That's a nice little fish. I mean, I've had days where bass fishermen said they'd give their right thumb for a largemouth that size. Mrs. Daisy says, "Hope you're doing good." See, Russ says, "Hi, Mike." See, 8 incredible people in. Let's see, and 70 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show, and hope you're having a happy Saturday. Let's take the top water back over here. This seems to be a technique that worked. We get these bass riled up on a top water, and then finally cast that little soft plastic in behind them. And that whole shoreline looks good over there, but it's all sunny right now. Man, that would be hot to fish. I'm sure you guys can see this entire shoreline down here, so with the mic feed on, I might as well keep moving a little bit. I can move a little bit, I can't move too far. This is probably the max distance that I want to walk with her. Walk away from the camera. Horsefly. That's a big old horsefly. And remember what I said about casting back on the spots that you just went over? Remember that little technique. You never know if that bass has been watching you and just now you walk away and he's looking, seeing where did that thing that looked like food go? I think that's what happened to the camera. I think we just got a pretty good gust of wind there for a second. And too close into the bank. Well, almost too close. I'm going to get into some algae here in just a second, but got out of it. All right, let's go back to the little soft plastic. Hey, I'm more than happy, folks. I haven't fished for bass in probably 2 months, and well, about a month. And to come out here and at least get one, that's bass fishing is an art. Oh, that was a you had it. Ooh, I don't know what that was, but whatever it was had it. Yeah, I had one pop it down here. I don't know what the heck that was. Hang on, folks. Let me go get my stuff. I'll be right back. Oh, friggin' nice fish. Where the heck was that? Oh, way out in the middle of the lake. The box sealed back up here. And tackle, rod. All right, got my scooter coming back, folks. Get you chat when I get back here. Just a couple more steps. I've left the dang tablet over there. Oops. Getting old, folks. Abby says, "Hey, Russ." All right. I wonder what a. I don't know. Might try a rooster tail here, just for a little bit here. I mean, my rod is down there, and my tackle box is right here, so I need to get the rooster tail out of the tackle box. Cast it. Hey, I'm more than happy, folks. We got some nice bluegill, some green sunfish, and a nice bass. Very good for a weekend run too down here in these lakes. Come down here in the weekdays and you can stack up on some bass, but during the weekends, not so much. All right, we're looking good for chat. See, should I use the blue again or the fire tiger? I guess the fire tiger. It catches more bass and more crappie, especially this time of the year. Hey, I've seen people fish 7 and 8 hours straight and not get a bass, so not doing that bad. Clippers. Fine little stinkers. Which there they are. Clip. Okay. It's a nice little open area. I can bomb some casts out here, see if I can get some crappie or something on. Crappie, bluegill, something. Couple nips right by the bank. I don't know what those were. We about made it 3 hours, folks. We got about 10 minutes left. Figured I'd try to get one more fish on here for you guys before we close her up. Oop, look at that swirl right behind it. Got him, folks. All right. Awesome. Awesome, my friends. That's a good long-eared. That's a nice little, like maybe almost. He's about 6.5 inches, so not quite a 7 incher, but still, folks. Awesome fish, my friends. Another beautiful guy, folks. Incredible fishy, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We got one more, so we've got let's see, 4 bluegill. Let's see, no, 4 green sunfish, 2 bluegill, largemouth bass, and now a long-eared sunfish. Check out those colors on this guy. Incredible colors, my friends. Gotta love it. It's always good to end the day on a fish, folks. I always say that. Beautiful fish. Look at that red spot right around that head. Beautiful. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, my friends. All right, buddy. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. Gail says nice one. Thanks, Gail. I appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, we've been in like was it 2 hours and 53 minutes? I think that's good for a little lake fishing today. It's always good to end the day on a fish. I think we accomplished that task. And there's a big egret down there. Him down there right by the edge of the bank. See him there? That's him. Yep, he's hunting for some fishies too. Gotta love it, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. 2 hours and 55 minutes. We almost made it 3 hours. Let's see. Bonnie says, "Have a great day, everyone, and see you on the next one." Yep, see you on the next one, my friends. I'm just gonna, you guys have a great Saturday. I'm just gonna have my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you in the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. See you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.